Okay, this video is for the guards. This is our blocks against Chaska. Chaska thankfully runs our defense, a 3-4 defense. They run it pretty similarly to ours. So that helps us because we are quite familiar with this. Um, so I'm going to talk about all of our blocks against their defense, and then I'm going to make a separate video about their stunts and blitzes that they do, just so we can take a look at that. Right. Um, so first play we'll do is trap. So if we ran trap to the right, if you're the play side guard, your role is gap double to backer. So you're doing a cage double team with the center, doubling this nose, comboing to the backside backer. Okay, obviously if that backer flows over the top, then you need to and block that guy out. Okay, make sure we're getting a good punch on the hip on the nose as you work up. Okay, if this linebacker goes into the center's gap, then you just down block that nose and wash them down as far as you can. Okay. Backside guard, you are kicking the four. So you are pulling tight, getting up into the line of scrimmage, and then you are kicking the four technique out. Okay. Um, so that's trap. Okay, trap to the left is the mirror image. Okay, we're caging to the backside backer and then kicking out the four. Okay. Um, Next thing is um, dart. Let's talk about dart. So if we ran dart to the left, okay, same thing. We are caging here because your rule is play side on backside, and we are doubling to the backside backer here. Okay. Um, Backside guard, you are blocking back on the four. Okay. Your rule is backside on play side. If there's no one there, then you're just blocking back on the four technique because the tackle's pulling. Okay. Sometimes they have shown a three technique on this backside. Okay. So here we could tag this and then work to the backside backer. The center would have the nose by himself. We block here and then they're pulling around. Okay. They have shown a three technique on the backside sometimes, so we just got to be ready for that. Okay. I mean, and very honestly, we could keep the cage as well, and then the tackle will just block down on the three by himself. So either way works on that. Okay. If we ran dart to the strong side, it's the same thing. We're caging to the backside backer, and then we're blocking back on the four or the three if there's a three. Okay. Let's talk about power. All right. So let's say if we're running power to the right here, play side guard, your rule is gap on double, GOD. So we're caging with the center to the backside backer. Okay. Backside guard, you are pulling around the tackle, looking inside for first ugly jersey. Okay. Now let's talk about counter. So just the mirror image here. Okay, we are caging here. Our rule is gap on double for the play side guard, double and caging back to the backside backer. Backside guard kicks out. First guy on or outside the tight end. So we're kicking out that linebacker. And then the H leads through. Okay. Um, let's talk about kick. So if we run kick to the right, okay, it's the same thing, gap on double. So we're here, okay, doubling, we're caging back to that backside backer. Okay, remember if this linebacker were to walk up in on the line of scrimmage, then we got to make a down call. Okay, so you'd block down on the nose, and then the center would block back on the linebacker. Okay, if they walk to this backer up in this A gap, okay, you got to block down on that guy, down, you block down on this backer, and the center would block down on the nose because the nose is probably slanting to his A gap. Okay. So just got to be ready for that down call. Here on the backside guard, your rule is gap on double. So you're doubling here with the tackle. Okay. If the X is split out, okay, and this linebacker's on the line of scrimmage, the tackle might make a down call where then you have to block the end by yourself and he's going out to the linebackers. We got to be aware of that. Okay. So that's kick. Like I said, they might have a three technique here on the backside, and if we ran kick, then you're just blocking your gap, blocking back here. Okay. Um, so that's kick. Let's talk about truck. So if we ran truck to the right here, okay, place side guard, there's no one in your gap, no one on you, so you can pull as well. Looking inside, make sure once you get around the garbage, you get vertical, looking for a scraping linebacker, okay? If for whatever reason they brought this guy down into a 3 technique, you then have to block him, or you and the Y have to communicate. If the Y says, "Hey, I got him, I can block down on him," then you can still pull. But if there's a 3 technique, then you got to reach him, okay? And then the Y would just go to the linebacker. Backside guard, you are just ripping your gap and then you are running to go cut off the backside linebacker. Okay, you and the backside tackle, that's your job, trying to get to that guy and cut him off. Okay, so that's truck. And then let's say we ran toss to the left. Okay, we're running toss this direction. Place side guard, you are gap on. Okay, so you're trying to reach that place side linebacker. Backside guard, you are ripped to cut off, so you're trying to cut off that backside backer. Okay. Um, so that's our rule on toss. Um, boot, okay. If we ran boot right, it's like counter on the front side, so we are caging here, and then we're pass protecting. Be ready, play side guard after you step down and punch this nose to make it look like run. Be ready to come back out to the B gap if this linebacker triggers, okay? Because the tackle has to block the end all by himself. So get ready to come back out and block your B gap in case this guy triggers, okay? Backside guard on boot. You are getting depth and you are logging the first guy outside the tackle, okay? So it could be that linebacker. So I'm getting out here. Okay, I'm looking, if this linebacker drops back in coverage, then I can turn back and look for garbage. If any comes, and then I got to have my head on on a swivel. This guy might trigger late. Okay, so I got to be ready to come back out and block him if I need to. But just when you got to go attack the line of scrimmage. If there's someone out there, if not, then you can look back and forth, trying to pick up any garbage that might be coming late. Okay, so that's boot. Let's talk about screen. So if we ran screen to the left, we pass protect. Okay, well, there'll most likely be a fan call. So you'd go out to this end, 1,000, 1,000, throw them to the outside, and then you're going for your near backer. If it's screen left, okay, same thing, backside guard, pass protect, you'd fan, most likely, 1,000, 1,000, and then go and attack the inside shoulder of this linebacker, the left shoulder. Okay, A screen right would be the mirror. So 1,000, 1,000 block. Center would come with you. 1,000, 1,000 attack his right shoulder because we're running A screen to the right. Okay. 50s. Let's talk about our 50s, 90s pass protection. Okay. Tackle might make a fan call here, or because these outside backers are on. So we got to go out and block the 4. Okay, and that's our guy. So we're blocking the 4. If a linebacker steps down, okay, on top of us here, we make an off call to that side, and you got to block your inside gap, okay? You got to block inside, block that linebacker. He's blocking the 4. A-back's coming off the edge. Okay, center's got the nose, wherever he goes, okay? It could be true on the other side as well. We can make that guy walks up, we make another off call, okay? That's pretty much everything I can think of. Like I said, I'll make another video of their stunts and blitzes just so we're prepared for it.